A lot of people want to say you can start a clothing brand with no money. That's not true. You can start with less money, but it's not going to be zero. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how much it cost me so far to build L'Atelier Santé and how long each step actually took. I'm not guessing, I'm not showing any fake numbers, just my real process. At the start, this part costs nothing. It's just time, figuring it out, what you want to build, what your brand stands for, and what it's going to actually look like. For me, this took about 1 to 2 weeks of really thinking, researching, and refining my ideas. It's not really money spent, but this step matters more than people think, because bad direction is wasted money in the long run. Next is designing. If you do it yourself, it's pretty much free. Maybe you have to get a software, or if you want to pay someone to do designs, which, I'm not against that, but I feel like design's half of creating a brand in my opinion. But time-wise, this took me a few weeks because your first designs aren't going to be perfect. You're learning your tastes and you're trying to delete more than you keep to really refine your ideas. And samples. This is where money starts getting involved. Your first samples, they're going to be pretty expensive. For me, each sample costs around $100 to $300 depending on quality, fabric, details, and whatever else is a part of the design. And usually you're not going to get it perfect the first time you buy a sample. So for me, 5 samples was realistically about $700. And the time for this is around 2 to 6 weeks per sample round to get it in your hands. And delays are going to be normal because the manufacturers are trying to work with you to get the product perfect because they want to work with you in the end. But it's not always going to be perfect. So this is where most people get frustrated. Now you got some business costs. And this will be ongoing. This includes things like setting up your brand, basic tools, maybe a website, domain. Early on, you don't need much. You could keep this around $100 to $300, but the real investment here is understanding pricing, margins, and figuring out your numbers. And again, these $100 to $300 will be recurring too, because these are things that you need to upkeep in order to keep running your brand. But at the time, $100 to $300. Now you got first production. So this is where you really start getting some money involved. This is a big jump. Actually producing pieces to sell. Depending on your quantity, per piece you could be looking at a small batch of 500 to 1,000, and a slightly bigger with a better quality could be 1,000 to 2,000 for the pieces. It depends on quantity, quality, and your manufacturer. And the time for this, I would want to say, is 3 to 6 weeks, but you're always going to be looking at more towards the 6+ weeks. And this is where your idea becomes real inventory. So this is something that you have to take a lot of time as well doing, because you're going to want to look for the right manufacturer who's going to fit some timelines too. Like, obviously don't try to rush into it because you want to give them time to do what they have to, and you also want the quality to be good, and you don't want people to rush that, right? So yeah, your idea becoming real is going to take a lot of time, from conception to product in hand. There's a lot of details in between, so I just want to make that clear too, because it's not just 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then boom, product. It's not really like that. And now content and marketing, and this is where I saved money so far. I didn't run ads, I focused on content. So filming myself on my phone, it's free. Editing myself, free. And then I've worked with some influencers and all that, so you could take away the cost of your clothes. So whatever that may be in the end, right? But time is what I'm really paying, because every day. And attention is all that I'm trying to build right now. So total breakdown, realistically, to get started, idea is free. The design, it could be free. I don't really know how much it costs to pay someone to design something. Maybe like $50-100. I have no idea. Samples, anywhere from like $300 to $1,000, depending on what you're doing. Your business setup is going to be $100 to $300. And your first production, again, this is majorly dependent, but it's going to be at least $500 to $1,000 minimum. So total around $1,000 to $3,000. And time, this is going to take 1 to 3 months to get a first real product in hand. So here's what I learned though. The biggest thing is not about having a lot of money. It's about spending it wisely, learning fast as you go, and actually getting your feet in. Like, you gotta start, because you could watch videos all day, but until you put some money in it and take that risk, it's not really real. So putting money in it and putting money where your mouth is and your ideas are, that's real. If you're thinking about starting a brand, now you know what it actually takes. Not perfect numbers, but real ones. If you're rocking with my journey, subscribe. I'm building L'Atelier Santé in real time.